What is it, you guys? It's your boy HorrorSquadhd96. Welcome back to HorrorSquadhd. Tonight, I have another story time that I'm going to be telling you guys, but this one is going to be a little bit short because this is pretty much a lot of type of times I've had to work when I was in high school. And pretty much throughout my entire time that I was in high school, I've always wanted a job because I wanted to help take care of my family. But the story is actually pretty good because this actually started when I was actually getting a summer job. So, roll the intro. Guys, I'm back. Like I said, we're going to be doing a story time to let you guys know about the time how I got my first job when I was in high school. So, a lot of you guys have actually voted on this. It was like 6 votes out of like 83% of you guys have actually voted on the story. So I decided I'm gonna go on ahead and give you guys a story time. Right now it is currently 8:27 right now. I'm taking a break from streaming tonight, so I decided to give you guys a little story time. So let's go on ahead and let's get into this video. So it actually all started when I was in high school. Now, financially, we were, like for most people, we were struggling. So we needed to get a job. So I actually needed a job, do something with my life. So I decided to go on ahead and get a summer job. And my first job that I've ever gotten was working at the Palace Theater. And the Palace Theater was actually one of the most coolest places I've ever worked at. And there were times where I would get to work and I would get basically there and go through the training process on working there, and it was, I have to say, one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. And I got to actually work with the volunteers, which was the veterans who fought in the military. And one of my most favorite moments of working at the Palace Theater was, building the set for the play called the Buddy Holly play. Sorry, it's been a long day. I've had a crazy weekend. I had a crazy day today, so that's why I'm like trying to keep myself together for this. So let me scoot in a bit right there. Perfect. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, the Buddy Holly was the play that we were working on, and I remember some of my most favorite moments was working with the guys. And the guy, his name is Ron Watson. Shout out to Ron Watson. He is he works for the Palace Theater, and he's a pretty cool guy, and I really like him. And he actually helped me be able to learn how to do the job. And it took a long time for me to learn all of like the experiences of building sets for plays, and I pretty much enjoyed my time working there for the summer. And it was a struggle. There were times where I had to sell my stuff so I can get food for the house. We were going through our ups and downs, and we lost our car, and it was a sad moments we had. But God was always there for us. He was always there on time. He always knew we needed the help we need. He knew that we had to make a way out of no way to make things better for all of us. And it's just me and my sister and my mother, so it's pretty much been us the whole time. And I'm grateful that I was able to work and take care of them, which I do now still. But so yeah, that was my first time I actually got a job. Now my second job, this was back when I was still in high school. I was actually getting ready to graduate from high school. My second job was working at Goodwill. Now, Goodwill was my second job. I was going through this class called the Job. Excuse me. I was going through this class called the Job Readiness Program, and gosh, excuse me, sorry, sorry, I'm tired, y'all. It's just been a crazy day. Yeah, I was in this class called the Job Readiness Program, and it was to help students get jobs throughout the time while they're in school, so I can get financially on my feet. And I started working at Goodwill, and every minute of it was fun. I really did enjoy working at Goodwill. I really did have fun. I was a donation door attendant working at at Goodwill, and one of my favorite people I used to love working with was Sean, Adolfo, Chris, Josh. Shout out to Josh. He's now the he's over the head. He's like the big head boss now in somewhere in Goodwill. And I used to love working with the people that was always there, and they would buy lunch for me, and I really enjoyed the time working there, and it was fun, and I would get paid because I used to get checks when I was in high school. So that was actually pretty cool. So I got I'm just gonna say I got grounded a lot. So let's just say I got in trouble a lot. So, but I've admitted to it, and as I got older, I'm starting to get better, but I'm still because I'm still struggling to being an adult and learn the real world can be a challenge, and sometimes you gotta learn to grow through it and learn from the mistakes. We all make mistakes in life, and sometimes we're not always perfect. We're not perfect human beings for anything, you know that. You get what I mean, right? And that was why the Nest Empowerment Center was basically the place that I wanted to go to where I can like be able to hang out and make friends and try to get myself together and try to be able to have fun. Well, I actually went there from the time it was 2013. From 2013 all the way up till I graduated. And I really enjoyed having fun. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed going there. But so now on to the next thing. Now this is part of the story that I wanted to add, because this is something that I really enjoy doing, because this was what I did to help students. And there was a fundraiser that the Nest Empowerment was looking forward to raising. We're trying to raise money to help students with counseling and pretty much anything. And I basically got to actually raise money. Now I'll find a picture. I think I can find a picture. I just gotta find one. So I think I got a picture. I just gotta look for it. So if I can find it, I'll show y'all. So what I did when I was in high school, I raised money for charity to help basically help do renovations for counseling rooms to help students who are struggling, help teenagers who are going through a lot, like with family at home or anything that you're going through. That was what I was doing, was helping to raise money to help those that are needy. And I ended up in a newspaper article along with a couple of students, and we raised about $25,000 to help rebuild the upstairs. And I really enjoyed all of it. I really had fun. I was excited. I was having a good time. And it made me feel better because I enjoyed doing it. Because that was my job. My job was to just work, take care, and help people. So now, fast forward years later, after I graduated, I got a job. Actually, no, I was in the internship called the Project Search. Now, Project Search is a 9-month internship where young adults go there to gain competitive employment. And they basically, sorry, hold up y'all, my monitor went off. So that we can learn how to gain jobs and get experiences. I did an internship in a hospital, so that was a job as well. So I really enjoyed that. That was really fun. But I had one job coach I didn't like. I didn't like her. She was a hot mess. And this is not to disrespect adults, okay? This is from my experience that I've had to deal with. I had this one job coach. She was not, she was a hot, I didn't really like her. Not to be mean, I didn't like her ways. I just didn't like the way she was treating people. So, you get what I mean. And honestly, she was that bad towards people. She wasn't really nice. She was nice, but she wasn't as nice to students. She was just, because she's from Germany, so she has that strong accent. So she has a personality that is a little bit. She's blunt about things. So I had to get through that whole year in that internship, because it actually started from 2015 all the way up to 2016, and I graduated from there, and I ended up leaving Project Search and had to go search for a job because I have a job coach who basically helps me go get jobs. So then my official job that I ended up getting was working at the hotel, which was called the Sheraton Hotel. And that was my first time ever getting a job outside of the program where I was making money, like real big money, like a lot of money. And I got paid really good, and I was a dishwasher. Now I kind of struggled a lot. And this was how I actually met Nick. Shout out to my friend Nick. This is how I met Nick when I was working there. And that's how YouTube came into the story. YouTube actually started for me in 2018. So it has been 4 years since I actually gotten into YouTube and working at the hotel. So outside of the job that I didn't start YouTube until 2018. So I was still working at the hotel, and I was getting ready to move. I was getting ready to quit my job at the Sheraton until I got a job already offered at Goodwill. That was the job I did work at when I was working in high school. And it's weird that I'm bouncing back to one job that I used to work at because I actually had to. So yeah, it was the part that I really didn't like about working there was that one boss I had. And my friend knows exactly what I'm about to say. Nick, if you're watching this video, you know who exactly I'm about to talk about. His name is Patrick Taylor. Wasn't really a nice guy. Not to bash the brother, okay? Not to bash the brother. And he was a mess, y'all. He was somebody I could not work under. But that was how I got my cooking skills from him. So I was able to learn how to cook and do a lot of stuff. So I really did enjoy it. Let me get some water real quick, y'all. Sorry, my throat is like drying out. So I was able to get my job working there. I was there from 2016 to 2017. It was like late 17 was when I had gotten a job at Goodwill, and I had decided to leave that job and move on. And that was when I had gotten a job at Goodwill again, and I ended up getting hired right on the spot. Excuse me. And I really enjoyed working there, but I just had the job was good. I just needed a lot of training. I just needed a lot of training, a lot of support, because I didn't have all that. And from the story time that I did about a year and a half ago was about the time I quit my job at Goodwill. And what led to me quitting my job at Goodwill was because of bad management I've had to deal with. And the management was so bad because my friend, he left to go and pursue to open up another Goodwill store. But however, when he left, I felt like I was stuck trying to run a business by myself. But I was a donation door attendant, so I was always at the door doing my job. And the saddest thing about working there was the fact that I was being taken for granted. Because because I had this one boss that she was somebody I did not like working with at all. She was so horrible to people, and she used this type of thing against men for some reason. She hated men for reasons. She tried to use this political thing, not trying to be I'm not trying to be political on here. I was just explaining how she became a feminist, basically, is what I was saying. And she hated me, and I was like, I didn't really like working around her because she was just, I didn't like her. And the reason why I didn't like her was because of how disrespectful she was to me. And the only reason why I didn't like her was because, one, she didn't like how our ideas were actually good. So whenever we've always had a plan on how we wanted to do things to make the job look better, but she expects everything to be her way. But the problem is, her way did not go the way she thought, because she thought she was going to win this fight with me. And I told her, you're not going to win this fight with me, because I'm going to win every time you try to tell me what you expect things to be done. But at the same time, I was being professional about it. So fast forward, I can only remember so much of it. Fast forward towards Christmas. Now, this was the day I had to quit my job at Goodwill, because this was probably one of the hardest. It was actually hard. Quitting was the hard part I did not like. So December 15th, 15th was the day I actually quit. And this was a testimony, and this was something God was working on. And I knew that this was going to be good. So it was that morning. It was me and my coworker Marquise. Yeah, I remember him, Marquise. He and I were setting up for the day, and we were getting everything ready for the store for our donation, for the customers to come and bring their donations, so we can start unloading them and get everything ready. So I was getting the truck unloaded, getting everything ready for the store to open, and excuse me. And all of a sudden, we were unloading the trucks, and we've noticed something was definitely wrong. Now on the trucks, when they're called gaylords. These are giant boxes that have clothes and stuff stacked on top of each other with pallets. So you have a pallet, you have a giant box, and then you have another pallet and another giant box on top of it, and that's how you hold stuff. Well, they were stacked on top of each other, and I'm gonna tell you all this. That is probably the toughest job, getting all those onto the truck, because you gotta pull, because the ramp, where the ramp was made, the ramp was missing a piece. So I had to load the truck, and it was hard, y'all. It was hard because it was during the summer too. It was like 100-some degrees, and the truck is like 9 degrees hotter. That was a bad move. That was a bad move. I did not like that at all. So we finished doing everything we needed to do, and that was when I've noticed the problem. Now the boxes that were tagged were purple, not pink. So basically the pink tags are called Hardline Raw, which is all of like phones and stuff like this, like pretty much like remotes and all the stuff you see. Those were in a box. Well, they were salvage labels. They were purple. So anything that's salvage, you don't want to sell. You want to put it in a box so you can get it out of there and have it towed away. Excuse me. So that was what was in there. Then I found another thing that had clothes that was already tagged. They were not from our store at all. They were shipped on the truck. So somebody was sending us stuff that was on the truck that we already did not know about. Well, actually, we didn't know about it because they just sent it to us. So then, all of a sudden, I told my coworker Marquise, I said, hey, can you come here and see this? And he looked at it. He was like, wait a minute. These clothes were tagged. Where did this come from? I said, Marquise, I don't know, man. I don't know. So he was confused and I was confused. So we were kind of taking this well. So we were trying to figure out what happened. Fast forward. This was the day. This was when everything started going downhill, because by the time I knew, it hit the ceiling fan before I even knew it fell from the ceiling. This was when she came to the back and she was looking for clothes. She was looking for her new stuff. Sorry. And she was looking, and she couldn't find what she was looking for. So we took the hydraulic forklift, which was it's a manual one where you just push by yourself. And we took it off. We took the stack off the top, and we just put it down, and then we opened it, and come to find out, it was the clothes that were tagged. So somehow I remembered the clothes that were not from our store was from another Goodwill. They had clothes that were already tagged, that were sent on the truck, and they had delivered that truck to us. So I ended up finding out for myself that the stuff that was on the truck was actually delivered from the distribution center. And my friend was like, hey, Tony, this was the stuff that was on that truck, right? And I said, yeah. He said, but this is the one that we were unloading. I said, yes, that's the one we unloaded. So the manager, she's flipping out. She's freaking out, getting all upset. She's getting pissed off because of the fact that, one, they sent us this stuff. We already knew what was up. They didn't know about it because they didn't want to hear it. So then this was when she calls the head boss to see what was up. And I went outside and I looked at all the stacked boxes. Come to find out, some of them were pink labels, some were purple. But then I realized, I said, this is the stuff that was from another store. So I was telling the other coworkers that this was the stuff that was actually sent from another Goodwill, sent to our store, so we can use. They probably wanted us to use it to like get some good deals out of them, to see if they're good to be sold in the store. So I'm standing there trying to figure out what is going on. I'm sitting here scared. I didn't even know what to do, because I was like, what's going on? Oh shoot, we're about to be in trouble. We didn't know. We didn't even know. So she gets off the phone and she starts. Now, this is where the woman tried me. She tried me in the worst way. She thought she was gonna get me until karma bit that tail back real fast. So she gets off the phone and she says, now, I was told that some of you have been sending stuff off without my permission. Now, I just gotten off the phone with the distribution, the district manager. There was stuff that was sent on that truck that was not supposed to be sent. Now, if I find out that either one of y'all was putting stuff on the truck that was not supposed to be there, you will get a write-up or you will get terminated. I said, man, forget this crap. I said, I ain't got time for this. I said, look, first of all, I've done my part. I've sat here and did my job, did the right thing. Doing my job, I've never gotten in trouble for one thing. This was the part where it got me really mad. I was the only one that was getting recognized at work. I was being awarded stuff. I was given credit from all of the district, from the head bosses. Even my employees were congratulating me because I was the hardest worker. So this was when she thought she was gonna get me, and she yelled, "Tony!" I just went,
"Oh hell no!"
Did she just actually just raise her voice at me? Because that was when I tell you that woman pissed me off so bad to where I almost snapped, but I had to remember, I had to be respectful to adults. This is the time where adults think that they think they can just sit here and think they can just talk to us anyway like we're kids. But I'm gonna say this: you're not gonna get your way anyway. I don't care how old you are. I will not respect you until you demand. Because actually, no, I'm gonna put it on the right way. Respect is earned. I'm not going to show any respect until you show respect to me, because one thing is, I didn't deserve that. So I turned around, I said, "Yes, Kylie," that's her name. And she said, "You get your..." Okay, I'm about to say this. She said this: "You get your ass over here right now." I said, is she actually disrespecting me, talking to me like I'm a child? So I walked up to her. I said, "Yes, Kylie." I said, "How can I help you?" And she said, "You are being disrespectful. I will not tolerate your disrespect for me. I am a woman and I will demand respect." You could hear in her voice she was shaking. I looked at her. I said, "You actually think I'm finna respect you after you just went off on me like I'm a child in front of everybody? Like everybody was watching. Like everybody around me was hearing how she was talking to me. And I'm standing there with my face like this. Like, woman, you're making a big deal out of these clothes. Whatever the problem is, it's not a big deal. They sent us the wrong stuff. I didn't know about this. It was from another store. The tags that were on there were sent from another store. So I don't know why you're coming at me like I did something wrong. So please excuse me this one time with that mouth of yours, because I am not taking no more of the disrespect. So I'm sitting here, listen to her bicker at me, and then next thing you know, I said, "Kylie, they were sent on the truck, okay? You're tripping about something that we don't have any control over. They sent us the wrong stuff. If you want to take it out on somebody, why don't you take it out on the people who actually did this? Instead of you being a woman and standing up and admitting to your own faults, you want to blame me for this crap." So then she goes, "That's it. You're getting a write-up. And you will be terminated." I said, "No. I quit." That's exactly what I said. I quit. And she said, "Is that where you're going to go?" I said, "You're darn skippy is where I'm going to go." I said, "I will not work in this store where I will not be treated." So then I kindly packed up my stuff, took my backpack and my bike, and I called my mother and I said, "I'm coming home." I quit. And I told everybody, I said, "Y'all have a blessed day. I will not be coming back in here where I will not be treated with I will not come back to this store where I will not be treated like this, because I didn't deserve this." So she escorts me out the store, which I didn't need a grand entrance from her behind. I can walk out my darn self. So after that, pretty much after that, that was it. I walked out, quit my job. I was out of a job for 2 weeks. And throughout the whole time, I was worried. how things were going to be. So it was a sad moment I've had. So hey, it happens, guys. It's life. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we just gotta learn from it. But I was actually in the right because she was in the wrong for what she did. But all I can really say is she ended up getting either fired or she had to quit. So that was technically it, y'all. But now, after I quit my job, here I am in 2023. I work at Home Depot now. So that's technically all I do. Pretty much know about what I do. I do work at Garden now, so it's a good job, and I really do love it, guys. I really do enjoy working at Home Depot. I just want to be able to grow and enjoy it as much as I can until I can actually find another job in the future. So yep, and that is my story time, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video if you've seen it this far. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell besides word subscribe to be notified when I upload content and go live for all the new streaming videos I'm going to be doing. And if you guys are interested in any more story times, or if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Check out my social medias, which is TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much Patreon. I'm pretty much uploading stuff on there, so you can find me on those as well. Also, I have other backup channels, which is the HorrorSquadhd 2, 3, and 4, and 2.0. You guys are going to be finding those in the description box soon once I get them all uploaded. And it's going to be an archive channel, so in case of anything happens, I'll have extra videos backed up onto my PC where I can actually download them and have them ready for when I want to do this, to add them.
5 minutes later. 2 hours later.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, my camera had died, so I had to stop the video for now. So I was able to edit some of the footage, but I forgot that there was one part that I had to do. So right now, I didn't get a chance to upload it right now, so I'm going to upload it in a bit once I finish getting the rest of this footage out onto the computer so I can edit it and have it ready for you guys. But I especially wanted to actually say thank you guys so much for helping us make it to 1K subscribers this year in 2023. Now that we're finally on the next level to finally bringing the future of our channel to existence, and I want to continue to follow the protocols with YouTube and follow the guidelines and making sure that I'm doing right with YouTube. So I especially want to say thank you guys so much for everything, for the bottom of our hearts. We do appreciate it. My friend, he is happy that we finally made it to our milestone. It has, I didn't think we were ever gonna make it, y'all. That was the thing, but it really means a lot, guys. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to doing all this for us. Now that we're finally on our next road to 2K, let's grind and get to that next milestone, and I will definitely be celebrating that too. So, but I especially want to say thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video you've seen this far. Make sure y'all like, comment, and or subscribe to our channel, the HorrorSquadhd. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell that is besides the word subscribe to be notified when I go live, upload content. If you want to check out our Patreon, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all those links and all the social medias are going to be in the description box below, along with all my playlists that I have posted. There's a playlist of all my victories that I've done with Call of Duty Warzone. Make sure y'all check those out. Make sure y'all check out the latest collabs that I've done with all of my collabers, which is Final Kill Cam Man, what's his name? I have it on top of my list, but he's on there. Big Greg, there we go. Big Greg, and For That Dub Gaming. Make sure y'all check those out. Make sure you guys go support them. I will leave a link to all three of their channels down in the description box below if you want to check out all of my next archive channel, which is the HorrorSquadhd 2, 3, and 4, and 2.0. Those are going to be down there as well. Make sure you guys like all of our videos I've posted. And that is all, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a good night, and y'all stay safe. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's